Welcome back everyone to another episode of LucidSMP, and my helmet's kind of covering my eyes, so I might want to take that off so I can actually, maybe I can't see my eyes, there I am. But anyway, we are here in LucidSMP for episode 3, and I have a lot planned for today. Alright, here we are on the ground, safe and sound, and you may notice behind me I have a lot more shulker boxes than I had in the previous episode, and that is because I have started grinding for all of the resources that I'm going to need for this building project that I'm thinking. So you know I already got the smooth sandstone and normal terracotta all over here, and I also brought over some of my valuables to fill in those little empty gaps, but I also got these right here. Got a bunch of sandstone, more sandstone, and then this is just my valuables from my other base, and then I got a full shulker box completely full with acacia logs, and that is because up here I've actually been farming away at acacia. I've just been breaking a bunch of trees, planting a bunch of saplings, and this cycle shall keep going. You see there's still more saplings that need to grow. I've been grinding. That took way too long, and yeah, longer than I'm willing to admit, but it was good, and now I have all the acacia that I'm gonna need, hopefully, for a long time. And then you may notice there's 3 more shulker boxes, and that's just full of sand and then more sandstone. So 2 of sand and then 1 of sandstone. And this is just my junk, you know, extra resources that I want to keep but don't want to put in a shulker box, because these are all my shulker boxes. I don't have a single other shulker box anywhere. I've been buying a lot from the shopping district, but I feel like I might need to, you know, get some more sometime via the end. And let's welcome Jazz Jody back. Over here, you may also remember a village that was here, and I may or may not have completely leveled it to the ground, like destroyed it. I hope nobody needed anything here because it's all gone now. And actually, that's untrue. It's not all gone. It is all packed up nicely in boxes right here, and wow. And it's all resources that I actually need, so I'm going to keep them. And I'm actually excited because that really helps a lot for my crafting with the cut sandstone and everything like that. And now we have a ton of space to use over here as well. That's all the grinding I've been doing. It has been a ton, and I am done with that. And also, I went mining for a little bit and got 19. I think I got 22, but I completely ran out of diamonds, as you may see, and I needed to purchase some shulker boxes. So, I mean, I had to fortune up a few of them. But let's grab our fortune pick and actually let's mine these up so we can actually, you know, start raking in the diamonds again, because I have had a very bad spending habit and have been spending every last diamond that I own. Beautiful, 30 diamonds. That's not actually that great now that I think about it, because I had 19 and got 30, but hey, I'll still take the 30 because that shall help in my expenses over here in my ender chest. And I gotta remember, silk touch pick. I'm starting to remember. I'm not mining as many ender chests with my fortune pick anymore as I have been. But anyway, like I said last episode, to refresh you on what I'm actually doing, I am building an ancient Greek city-state over here, and I'm going to make it an imaginary city-state, so my own, and I'm kind of excited because I have finally got a name. First, I'm going to sleep. Alright, and here we are in a new day. So, I am making a Greek city-state, and I actually think that I have a name. And I've been studying a little bit of the Greek language and trying to find a good, like, sound. It's going to be imaginary, but I think I've got a good one. So, it is going to be the city-state of Synchor. And I think that's a really cool name because I was looking at a bunch of sounds that were kind of in the... So, first of all, Greek is, like, really hard to listen to. But I was just listening to, like, a few different words, and that one stuck out to me. It's not an actual word. It's, like, a collage of words. But it's kind of cool to say, Synchor, and I like it. For now, that is going to be what we're going for. So, this is going to be our Greek city-state over here of Synchor. And you may have also recalled that I said that we are going to start a shop. And while I was mining up all of this acacia logs, I realized, you know what? I could probably actually get into the wood business. And because wood is actually not too hard to get a lot of. And you can sell it for decently expensive as well. The only thing is, I don't have any of the saplings. So I think I'm going to go out into the wild and get myself a few saplings of each and every one of the wood types. I think I'm going to skip out on the nether ones for now, but maybe in the future I'll expand my stock to include the nether wood types. So anyway, I am going to go out on an adventure and see if I can get every single sapling. Well, I came back to my old base and found a ton of oak and spruce and birch. So those are 3 already all done. I still have jungle and dark oak to get, and I actually have 0 clue where either of those are. So I'm going to go flying for a while, and I'll hopefully be able to find something. And after a little bit of flying, I did end up running across a dark oak forest, so I'm just going to start taking some down. I do not have a hoe to take down a bunch of leaves, so I'm just going to be punching. But hopefully I'm going to get like 8, so I can start with a few trees. This one, I did not have quite the same luck. But oh my goodness, I actually found a jungle. This took absolutely forever, but I'm glad I ran across one. And there's actually very few jungles in this world, it feels like. I had to fly... What are my coordinates even? I had to fly like 4,000 blocks. Okay, fair enough. Let's harvest some jungle leaves. And I may as well grab some jungle wood while I'm here as well. And after a little bit of flying around, I found out there's a nether portal here, which either means someone lives here, which I hope not. I mean, I just mined like 1 tree, but still. Or I could have just gone through the nether and found it way easier. I guess we'll see where this takes us. Huh. I'm a little confused. Let's see where this leads. There's a sign. Jungle. Yeah, sure enough, I just... Okay. I went over the overworld. I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta do it the inconvenient way. For personal satisfaction. Who knows? Alright, let's go find my portal. I think it's somewhere over here. However, I don't want to just, like, die. Yes, it's definitely. It's right up here, actually. What? Can we make it? Yes, we can. Okay, perfect. Okay, and we are back. And inside of this chest, you can say I got a ton of dark oak wood. Many of each type of sapling. And then, of course, acacia, I believe, is in here as well. Right there. There's all of the saplings all laid out. And then I got a bit of jungle wood as well, so I might need to start making some sort of area in the shopping district where I can sell this, but I'm not too sure in the shop design yet, so I might go design one of those, and then let's go build it in the shopping district. Alright, so here I am in the shopping district, and from what I see, there's a ton of open space right here, and we also might be able to sneak something like on the coastline. However, if we want to get sales, I gotta think, where should I build? And also I gotta make sure that nobody else is gonna build a wood shop, because I don't want to steal someone else's business. I don't think anyone is selling wood, so we might be in the clear here. I don't know where to build, actually. Like, it's not like very dense quite yet, but it's certainly getting there. And I think, okay, if we think this, a lot of people are probably coming here to buy rockets and shulker boxes. So if we build it right here, that might prove to suffice. I think I'm going to flatten an area, and then I suppose I could just build my shop straight on top. Also, it's really funny to see these, these mushrooms just literally placed on grass, even though, of course, that's not actually what happened. But that is kind of funny nonetheless. But yeah, I'm thinking I just build right here because it seems like prime real estate and it should be good. I don't want to like block anyone, so I'm just gonna be careful to make it kind of subtle because I don't want to like completely obscure like this shop, for example. Yeah, let's do that. All right, well anyway, let's hit a time lapse and start building this wood shop. And I have been very busy over these past couple of days. I've been grinding and grinding and grinding to get this lumber mill up, and that's what I ended up calling it. If you see here, a very, original name, Reflexives Lumber Mill. And if you look at this building, I'm actually really proud of how it came out, I guess. I don't know. It looks pretty nice. And I added some leaves since the time lapse because I figured, it needs a little bit of color. It's very brown and gray orientated, so that little green helps break it up a little bit. On the other side, it's the exact same. And you may be thinking, now why have I been grinding for 2 days if it's, obviously just a building behind there? Well, first of all, I designed the building with Plastic Pleo. Plastic Pleo was a big help, so thank you to you, Plastic Pleo, if you're somewhere out there. And we can actually walk on inside and see the interior. So there's not too much going on. Over here, I have a little bit of a wood cutting station. You have to use your imagination a little bit, but it's like some people are pushing these logs across this table right here, and it's like scraping the wood. As you can see, it's a different color than the rest of the table, and then it goes and gets cut and turned into its slab form. And then over here, I priced it, I priced at 2 diamonds per stack. I think that's a pretty fair price to begin because I'm very poor on diamonds, like ridiculously poor, even though I mined a few diamonds. Look, 7. I'm at 7 diamonds, and that is because I'm buying like shulker boxes, and it's a struggle for diamonds. So hopefully I can, maybe get rich soon. And I also spent a long time, I don't even know how long I was chopping trees for, a very long time basically, and filled out every single one of these barrels with all of its wood. So it's completely stocked, and I found out I never want to do that again. It was like 6 hours of mining and mining and mining and mining. But we got it done, and we chopped down all the trees and everything like that. And now I'm thinking I probably should build a wood farm, for the next restock. But for now, I suppose I'll just not build a wood farm. You know, the usual. Just see how the business does. And you may notice on the outside, there is actually an upstairs, or at least a room for an upstairs. And there's this little balcony as well on both sides of the building. But I have not started on the interior, because I might sell some more things up here, maybe the nether woods when the time comes. But for now, it's just an empty area. And not very pretty either, but it should do fine for when we eventually do deck it out with stuff. And speaking of decks, a deck is right here, technically. Maybe it's more of a porch though. So here's a porch, and it's in prime real estate, I think, between the shulker box and the rocket shop. So we're looking good, and I'm happy with it. We should be able to finally start making an income, because it's been rough. I come over, and this shulker box shop has gotten so many diamonds from me. It's kind of unreal. Same with that. These are definitely my 2 most spent shops right there. I haven't bought too much from any of the other ones. However, I have bought a little bit. From there, I bought a shulker box of bones. It was like 10 diamonds or something like that, so I can kickstart my tree farm. And actually, I'm going to head back to my base. It's not really there anymore because I was cleaning up a little bit, but I have been grinding out quite a bit of trees. And I didn't go around just destroying forests. I actually planted saplings in the ground and everything, and did it the nice, friendly way to the environment. And here I am at my increasingly messy base. As you can see here, my storage right now, it's not the greatest. I mean, they're kind of sorted, I suppose, and I got a bunch of gravel as well. And that's not sorted at all. This is my extra materials, so I've made way too much light gray concrete, I found out. That's why I had to go out and grab the gravel. And I still got all of these. These are not even close to being sorted. And then over here, these are actually all empty, I believe. This is where I was storing all of the wood types. So we had oak wood, spruce wood, birch wood, all the way down. So I can actually take this down now because I finished all of my grinding. You can see I did the 2x2 trees here. A little bit of remnants of the podzol from the spruce and the little vines from the jungle. And over there is where I did all the single trees, like the oak, the birch, and the acacia. So they're kind of just chilling there still, and there's still a few saplings about, as you can see, but I am done because I got all of the wood I needed finally. I'm exhausted, I'll tell you that. So as I'm cleaning up here, you may raise a question with this thing, and what is my storage gonna be? Because I'm out here, and really my only source of storage is just that collage of blocks right there, that really messy area. So I'm gonna need a storage plan sooner rather than later. Also, these vines are incredibly loud, oh my. So I'm thinking that we should probably build just like one really small house, maybe near here. So because I'm thinking, for most like city-states in ancient Greek, they were built on hills actually, so it would like go up like that, and all the houses are kind of like stacked on top of each other going uphill. It's quite cool, and usually at the top there is like a more sophisticated area, if you could put it like that, with all the temples and everything. So that's kind of my plan. So I might build the first house and start storing my stuff in there, but eventually I'm going to build a Parthenon type thing, and that will be where I'm actually going to do my storage system. I also need villagers really bad. Like, before I start building, I need villagers, because I'm realizing more and more how much I need quartz, and maybe even brick, but mainly quartz. And I have no means of getting it except for mining in the nether, and I don't really feel like mining in the nether for like shulker box of quartz. So yeah, I think our best bet is probably finding villagers. However, if you remember this thing over here, this is the village. Not a single villager lived in it. It was quite sad. But I think we should be able to either find zombified villagers around here, or go around and find a nearby village, which I have no idea where one might be. Also, this is a lot of desert. I actually didn't know this that this existed over here. Huh, nice. And that, I believe, is where someone did their gas thing. That's why there's so much fire, I found out. It's because of the gas. Ooh, it's probably already looted. It's guaranteed already looted. But hey, we may as well check, because it doesn't look like someone's definitely been here. Did they blow it up? I think... No, they just took the TNT. That would have been funny if someone blew it up. But yeah, the fact of the matter is, we need villagers before we actually do any real building. But for now, because I do just want to get a single house up, I'm going to go in the nether, mine a bunch of quartz, and then let's build this house. Alright, I cleared out a nice little area where we can stick our little house, and keep in mind, this is just one house of many to come, so it's going to look a little weird on its own, I think. But I like the overall style, so I'm going to build it anyway. Essentially, what I'm going to do is build just, I guess, a face of a wall, kind of near the river, maybe not that close. Is that a river? I think that's a sea. We'll call it a sea for now. I'm gonna do this house on a slant, actually. There's not very many houses that I usually build on a slant, so this should be interesting. Not too big, I suppose. I'll go for maybe something like this. And usually when there's a bunch of houses tight packed, it wouldn't be so open, I guess. Like, you wouldn't really see the back of it and everything, because like I said, it's gonna be on a hill, so this is probably gonna be like covered eventually. But for now, I'm just gonna build, because hey, why not, you know? So it works nicely like that, I think. And I'm just gonna clean up this back end, because it does look quite interesting. Alright, I'm gonna build up the walls, and I'll let you know when I'm done. Alright, and there we go. I just built up a pretty simple wall. And what I tried mimicking here is a little bit of like a dirty type look, because you can see I used a variety of sandstone, sand, and birch planks to show how it's kind of, you know, like if it would ever rain, which I mean, it doesn't rain much, but if it were ever to rain, of course, it would get wet at the bottom, and the birch planks kind of symbolize that as it gets darker as you go down. I think that looks pretty neat. And then I made this little inside thing so we can actually get inside once we make the interior. The next step is to make the roof. So the roof is going to be kind of weird. What I actually want to do is make kind of like a white outline, and then on the middle do acacia. And acacia is kind of a weird artistic choice for this, because it doesn't really fit, I guess. But if you look at any like Greek towns, you'll see that the tops of their houses or the roofs are usually kind of orange. And for this specific style, I think it'll work good once we have many different houses. And I might eventually switch out the acacia for brick. That's why I was saying earlier I might actually need some brick. But for now, acacia should do the trick and kind of get the overall feel going. So once again, I will do the roof. And that is what it sort of ends up looking like. As you see in the rim, I actually went with a mix between normal quartz and smooth quartz, which gives it that little bit of texture, which I think it needs. If it was just like straight smooth quartz, wouldn't look the greatest. I mean, it would look fine, but it wouldn't look the greatest. And if it was straight normal quartz, it really wouldn't look the greatest. But in the end, this is what we came up with. And once again, the acacia looks weird, but I don't think it looks bad necessarily. Like, it kind of fits, and especially, like, I mean, I know I've been saying this a lot, but to reiterate once again, once we start stacking houses, I promise it's gonna start looking pretty epic. And on the inside, it's actually rather spacious. It looks pretty nice here. It's a little messy, like with the, because I just kind of built the exterior, so of course it doesn't look the greatest from the inside. But this is what we're doing. So expect this maybe to change, because everything that I'm building is of course subject to change until I'm finalized with the design. But I think this is going to stay. I'm happy with it, and it's a good groundwork for what's to come. It's a lot of blocks. Like in this little area, you'd be surprised how much like actual blocks there are, and grindy blocks as well. Like, I bet there's a few trees up there, a few acacia trees and slabs. And then, of course, all of the birch and all of the sand and sands. It's okay, though, because it comes out looking rather nice. So now we have this little area. I think I'm going to go ahead and build an interior on it, and then maybe move all my stuff, because, you know, this is all for the storage anyway, so it's probably for the better that I move all my stuff to this house. However, I'm thinking, because my nether portal is over here, do I want to make like a secret back entrance to this place? Because if I'm running over here and I need to get to my items, I don't want to go like all the way around. You know, that's quite inconvenient. So I might make like, here, we're going to have to move this sand right here. But if I go like this, I could potentially, yeah, this could work. And then I could put like a staircase down. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, I will catch you once a little bit more progress has been made. And I switched up a few things, but I think that it works pretty well. And you may see this trader llama right here with the wandering trader, and he's selling some good stuff, so I'm actually going to keep him around for now. He is incredibly annoying with his that noise right there. But I went ahead and actually put an interior on this place. It actually looks, you know, pretty decent. I decided, you know what, I'll actually try on this interior, and I think it turned out pretty well. There's lots of extra storage spaces everywhere, places to sit, places to cook, a nice little kitchen area, and a cute little cactus to put on the table right there. That wandering trader is gonna give me nightmares. Oh my goodness, it is so loud. And then in this room, there's this also little humble bedroom. And then as you move up, I have not decorated the top floor yet, but there is quite a substantial amount of space all around here. It's kind of like a nice loop-de-loop area. And then up here, you can actually get to the attic and store some things in this barrel right here, which is kind of nice. Also, there's a door right here, and this leads straight outside to the back, so you can easily get in your house. And on the downstairs, this is where I spend most of my time, and that is because it is an actual storage system. Finally, it has been so long since I've been able to actually organize my stuff, and I actually went ahead, took all of the chests, barrels, random stuff, and garbage shulker boxes from here and brought them over to the storage system. Now it's only the nice sorted ones that are left over here, and the ones that I'm going to use for resources and whatnot. But if we look in these chests, it is completely full to the brim with very nice items, and I sorted it with valuables. And then I had extra items over here. Food and farming are both in the same one. Stone, of course, you know, with all the cave items and the stone and whatnot. And then there's the other blocks, which is just kind of like sandstone and like concrete, crafting tables, mushroom blocks, random things like that. And then, of course, mob drops. I bet you know what mob drops are. Wood, which is everything wood. Sticks, doors, just everything wood. I'm going to sort that eventually. Right now, I just kind of threw all my wood in there and called it a day. And then landscaping for like the sand, the gravel, the grass, the dirt, and all of the saplings that I got while doing my wood collection session. And it's good. And it may look dark in the middle here, but I actually checked, and it only gets down to light level 8, so no mobs will spawn. Because that would be terrible if a creeper spawned down here and blew up all my chests. I would be a very sad oh, I was like, where did my shoes go? I think I was visiting the shop with no shoes. But with that, I believe that is where I'm going to end the episode for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching the video, and we got a ton done today with our shop, the wood grinding, and of course our newly founded house behind us, and starting up the city-state of Synchor. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!